know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Sarah with QueensNYCMusic, and today I'm grabbing pizza with Mixxy Gods. They are rappers and songwriters from all over the 5 boroughs and Long Island. And they perform together. Sometimes they perform apart, they record together, sometimes they record apart. I'm gonna ask them about their creative process. I'm gonna ask them about the state of the music scene in New York, especially Queens, and just questions about their music, both individually and as a team. Let's get going. So first off, everybody introduce yourself. You first,
It's
sir.
Kingpopoff, hailing from South Ozone, that's War Zone. Jamaica, Queens, man. Kingpopoff, you know the vibe.
Oh, you already know the vibe. I go by Chris Moses, aka Grape Singer, aka Grape Yoda, respectfully, word. East New York, we outside, you know what I'm saying? Mixxy.
Mixxy, Ari the Great, Strong Island, New York. How you guys feeling? Mixxy Gods in the spot. You already know what I'm doing.
You know it's Wray Clouds, Mixxy God, keep it real Mixxy. I'm from Brooklyn, Kings County, Kills County, whatever you want to call it, here with the Mixxy Gods, man. Nothing else to say.
Very little vibes. Malii BK King in the spot. Mixxy Gods in the spot. From Coney Island to First Street Block.
I didn't catch your name.
Malii BK.
Okay.
Malii BK.
Malii BK.
One time, yes, my name is King Kavon, aka Nova King Sinatra. I'm from the Bronx and Harlem, uptown in the area. Mixxy Gods in the spot, Moon Children in the spot, Will You Soul in the spot. Let's get it.
We're in the Long Island City pizza spot. Long Island City, Queens. It's near where I live in Astoria, and I actually first met Kingpopoff at a Queensbridge event, Loopy Life Records.
Fest. Hold on.
Yeah.
Chris Jones, shout out to my brother, Chris Jones, man.
Isn't that where you said you met both Lala and Shyla?
I met Lala and Shyla, yes. Mixxy Gods. Queens in the spot. They're not here today with us, but they always representing, whether they're with us or not. So, man.
That's a fact.
So let me just change the angle real. What was a recent gig that you had in Queens? Would you like to talk about any recent gigs you done in Queens? It's QueensNYCMusic. You know I have to ask.
I think the last one,
This girl I see.
was that it?
Listen, I'm sorry, but we do a lot of shows.
Yeah.
That's great that you do so many.
Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Might have been. I know we did a couple.
One show that we did
Shillelagh
do,
Tavern.
one show that we did do that was in Queens. We did Shillelagh Tavern, actually with Sarah. We turned that one.
Oh, that was. I wasn't fishing for that, but that was with me.
Concerts, hold on.
We did so many in Brooklyn and the Bronx. That's why we can't remember. The Queens one was the one we did with you.
I guess the most recent ones would be the joint we did with Hot Rod. The joint we did with
Hall of Fame.
Who's Hot Rod?
Oh yeah, this
DJ.
Okay.
Big Queens DJ.
Desert Storm Radio.
Desert Storm Radio.
Desert Storm Radio. What are those guys about?
You know Desert Storm, that's what
DJ Clue, he started
DJ
that.
Clue,
DJ
yeah,
Clue started.
you know,
He
say
started the radio.
DJ Clue started that this song. He brought out Fab, Nori. He brought out.
Wait, Fab the Don?
No, Fabulous.
Oh, okay.
From Brooklyn. He also brought out Nori. Like he brought like a lot of the legends. He brought them on. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you guys get started? What is the origin of Mixxy Gods? Because I'm sure that you have new members coming in. You have, who's the OGs?
It's like two stories, man. But like originally, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep it real short. There was a thing we had, like it was a Mixxy Life thing before I met any of them, and then I always had like Mixxy Gods as like, if I had a group of people that was on at the same time when I was on, this is what we would do. So literally, as far as OGs, I would say I'm the OG in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Black Friday and Pop-Ups, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody else coming to play. Like,
What year was this?
Like original OGs, probably like 2012. This
This goes all the way back to 2012?
But it was quiet though. It
Okay.
wasn't like as active. I didn't even have an idea who people was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So now get to 2020, what, 2022?
Yeah.
2022? So I meet
Full 10
DJ Black
years.
Friday. I meet Pop-Ups in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody else that you see at the table, I met collectively almost around the same time frame.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
we've
saying?
known each other for about a year now, a year and a half.
So,
Outside shit. Yeah.
met Pop-Off in Atlanta. I had a conversation with Black Friday in regard to like, nah, this is it. Like we already like we be around certain people and we give a certain energy. So we always wanted to be either in the mix of everything or at certain events, whether it's we performing or not performing, we're showing support for another artist. That and the third. I met Pop-Off in Atlanta. It just clicked a little more. Like he was on the same time and knowing that he's been outside probably since like 2014.
Yeah, I'm 14. Been
Stomping
on the
heavy.
Well, he was telling me before that he's been rapping since he was 13 years old.
scene. Yeah, about 13, 14. Every time I freestyle, they were like, yo, he's only 15, he's only 16. And I was really only 14. You gotta grow up fast coming from Queens, you know, South Suicide, Far Rockaway.
That's the nickname for Southside Jamaica, Queens,
they call
South
it
Suicide? What? Oh my goodness.
Like we got Kings County in Brooklyn, man.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
They call it Kills County, Kings County, but you know Kills County, that's Brooklyn.
Oh, geez Louise. I'm from Baltimore, Murderland. That's why I said when you wore the...
So look,
More
right?
careful, huh?
But what really cemented it though, more so outside of us just moving around and like being around the same energy all the time, we did a stage, a major stage, and shut that shit down. Sold about like 45 tickets, respectfully.
Was that in 20...
No, that was this year.
That was like earlier this year.
February.
2023. You guys have been picking up steam. Your website says that you've been gigging like every month you have major gigs.
Oh yeah.
At least
that's so
like
weird.
3 to 4 times out the month.
Do you think
that's
working as a
weird.
team helps you to keep going, like getting shows? To-
More heads is better than one.
but how does that work? Do they book you individually and then you bring everybody else, or?
Yeah, kind of. It's a mixture of both.
We forced them to make us like us. I'm sorry. You gotta like us.
Yeah.
By now they know
Make it undeniable.
you bring one of us, you bring all of us.
That's what I'm
Say it
saying.
again, sis. Tell them again.
Let's hear you.
I said by now they know if they book one of us, they got the whole team coming.
It's gotta be all of us.
But
Deal package.
Don't-
Yeah.
do you think that that's particularly fitting for the kinds of performances that you put on? Because there's a lot, I noticed that when one performer is doing their song, the rest of you are doing a call response, you're dancing, you're singing along, and if the audience is being dead and they're being like cold fish, the audience picks up on what the rest of the team is doing, and then you can sort of liven up audience engagement. Was that a big motivator for getting together as a group?
Yeah, I think it's like we
Also,
always
Energy.
Energy. Facts. Let's shout out to Lux too.
It's the energy and it's the love, but I tell people all the time, you cannot win without a team. Nobody that you see at the top got there without a team. So,
That's a fact.
hey,
More heads are better than one.
You can only go so far by yourself. Trust me, I know that for a fact. Like I've been doing this shit since high school, so I already know what it is. I've been in various groups, and everybody's all for themselves. This is the only group where it's like we all stick together. Like,
Great minds think
the
alike.
audience feed off our energy. We all feed off each other. Like we all have our bad days, but we know we got our team to pick us up. You know what I'm saying?
You write separately, but you learn each other's songs. Is that correct?
Sometimes together, depending on like it can be however, you know what I mean, like I could be with Ari today, Malii today, we do a song just because we sitting around each other. It's never like we're always working. It's never like it looks like we're having a good time, but like as soon as some music happens or something in regard to what we do, we get work done. Like no matter what, like we get work done.
What are you guys working on right now? Do you want to talk about the July 8th event?
Oh, of course, July 8th, you gotta be there. You gotta be there.
Square, mixy.
Like Pop-Off be saying, you know what I'm saying? It's a mixer, you feel what I'm saying? But like,
I tell you what, if you watch us, that's a fact. Like my boy Malii BK said, if you watch our stories and you see everything going on, you know you better what?
Pop the fuck out.
let me just say this. If you are an artist of any kind, rapper, singer, dancer, twerker, baddie with the fatty, whatever, just pop out.
that's it. That's all you gotta do. Pop out.
You're musicians, but you're about an interdisciplinary art experience.
Right. But also, right, everybody should be allowed, right? It makes sense, right? If we're calling it a Mixxy Mixer, that means we want everybody there. All creators. We want all content creators
Oh,
there.
there it is.
You know
Oh.
what I'm saying? That's what we want. Like, you know what I mean? Community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm big on community, man. Community revolution and progress, you know what I mean?
Who is recording right now? I noticed that Ari the Great and Wray Clouds, they need content on Spotify. Tell me you guys are in the studio right now.
Constantly, but it's not about me. So Ari has a song called Flex. It's super dope. We're pushing a lot of our other music that's already done and forefronted. You know what I'm saying? So that buzz could come there in due time.
Wray Clouds got Play One.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chris
That's
got
in the
Fuck
works.
You Saying, What You Pulling Up For.
Oh,
Got Lifted.
Lifters out now.
Well, Lifters, I would love to talk about the song Lifters. I would love to talk about that song.
Lifters challenge is coming on my birthday, 8/5. We're going extra viral. I need everybody to push those buttons and download Lifters on Apple Music.
Can we
Spotify.
talk about the lyrics in the Lifters song for a minute?
Leo's
Talk
tap
about it.
in.
Okay.
Leo's tap in.
Because this
New York.
you know I came with them lifters, changed the mood, I came with them shifters.
Yeah.
Heavyweight, people are lifting. Pray the Lord bless all my decisions.
Right.
I gotta move with precision.
Be like a suck when I'm
Beam
swimming.
like a shark when I'm swimming.
Robbing myself when I'm swimming. Feel like a DJ, I'm suck when I'm winning. What? Say that. Say that. I fuck with some bros on payback.
I fuck with some movers and straight jacks.
I fuck with some grooves that get straight. I fuck with some niggas that insanes. I fuck with some tenants and trades. I fuck with some drinks and playboys. You better watch what you say, boy.
Right there, that's a
Everyone
call
does
to the
this
hood,
shit
man.
for real.
Yeah, that's a
That's
call
another
to the hood.
line.
When I say community, that's because I do rep Trip Gang. And when I say gang, I mean the community, I mean the culture, I mean the club.
But
So
that-
when you see me shouting out different sets, that means I'm really outside moving around, and I salute the culture for real. It's not about color banging and beefing. It's about the fact that we all come from the struggle, we all come from poverty, and it's about unity, community.
It's
truly
not just
coming
lifting
together.
in terms of
Community
material
revolution.
circumstances,
No,
but in terms of
uplifting.
spiritually
Yeah.
and emotionally.
Yeah, motivation.
Yeah.
Facts.
The lifters change the mood, you feel me? Like shifters.
I think we're bringing a good mood to this pizza joint.
Got another slice too.
They're gonna love, everywhere we go, they love us. Put it that way. Everywhere we go, if you see any of this happening, going on, mixy, energy. They love us.
It's all about the vibration, you know. Once they feel that vibration, they gonna gravitate towards to it.
So I have to ask, and maybe each of you have a different answer. Maybe there is no one definitive answer because it's wavy. But what does Mixxy mean? What does it mean to you personally to get Mixxy?
Nah, literally, it's
Go around the table. Let's see. I bet everyone has a different thought.
I'll start it off. For me, Mixxy is just, again, like community. It's that melting pot. It's the mixture of cultures, the mixture of ideas, the mixture of vibes, and the mixture of struggles you go through and conquering. That's Mixxy to me. And we made it through the mix. We made it through the struggle. Real Mixxy.
so ideally, you know what I'm saying? I agree with that too. But like, from my
The
opinion,
rain is so loud.
So look,
I'm gonna need
it's
you guys
like this.
to be loud.
No, hold on, I got you. I'm about to turn it up for you for a second. But like, alright, so boom. When I say Mixxy, or I be like Mixxy Gods, or whatever, every individual that you see here, again, it's like 11 of us. You feel what I'm saying? So we all bring something to the table. We all a part of different worlds, if you will. You feel what I'm saying? I could come from the gaming side, the anime side, and I can tell you some shit that happened on the block. It's never necessarily Mixxy might come with a negative connotation. It's not that. It's always either uplifting, but we always in the spot, or we always around what's going around, in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? We
In the
always
mix,
in tune.
you said that earlier.
Always tapped
Yeah.
in, respectfully. That's the, I mean.
Like Shyla's song, Activated, Stay
I feel
Activated.
like I got the biggest.
Hold on, shout out to Shyla.
It's thundering for her, I guess.
Shyla.
Mixxy is Mixxy Gods. It's a movement. To me, it's a movement. I don't mean to yell. I'm not angry.
No. I'm asking you to yell.
Nah, never
It's
angry,
rain.
always smiling, never angry.
Maybe the rain is with us.
Mixxy
I
is a
don't know.
movement. We doing something different, coming from all parts of the city, and just bringing literally different things. Everybody got their own flavor and their own sauce. We
You
all do
make R&B
something-
music,
R&B,
really gorgeous R&B
some
songs.
of
You
us
said you
are
play the
strong-
trombone.
Trombone, I play the trombone. Minus play the guitar. Some of us are
Shout out
strong
to
writers,
Minus.
some of us are strong freestylers. Shout out Minus. We
Shout
just
out
want
Lux.
everybody to see what we doing and just feel that energy and want to be a part of something bigger. It's really a movement. We started from something and we're going to go to something even bigger, you know?
Hopefully we're building something now. Ray, what do you think Mixxy means to you?
Mixxy is America. If you really think about it, everything that we got, we putting it together to make it the greatest thing ever. So Mixxy is America. Mixxy is, like my boy Popoff said, a melting pot. Like my boy Chris said, it's a mixture of everything we got. Like Ari said, it's minus. It's the people that you're not even seeing here right now. Like BK, like Malii BK, it's the beach, it's Coney Island. Like my boy King Kavon, it's soul, it's sexual, it's beautiful, baby. It's Mixxy, baby. Mixxy.
Why put a limitation on art?
No, not at all.
There's no limits. We do whatever.
Yeah, we Basquiat, man. We just go around the city and see what it is, man. And that's important.
Uh-oh, it's your turn.
Once again, gotta repeat the idea in the air. Mixxy, once again, is a combination of everything. All of us came from different backgrounds, different places.
So tell us a little about your music. What kind of
So
music?
me personally, when I first started out, it's young. I'm part of the young generation. So right now, we had drill music, we had party music, we had a lot of things. I hopped onto the drill scene, but I had to let people know I'm not a drill rapper. It's a difference. I'm an artist. There's more that I do. I have R&B tracks, I got party tracks, I got drill tracks, I have some soul tracks. I got an Afro song, but there's a lot of songs I don't have out, but there's a lot more depth to a person than it seems. So once again, I got a song right now jumping on Spotify. Every song,
Okay, they
when
gotta
I
go
drop
stream
it,
Jump in on
every
Spotify.
party, every function, no matter where it is, it does exactly what the title says. Gets the party jumping. You already know when Mixxy gets into a spot, what happens?
That's your new
Active,
favorite song.
party, energy.
We have to show people this rain. This rain is crazy.
It's
Okay?
raining crazy outside. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk from the other angle for a second. But yeah, it's crazy outside, respectfully.
Sorry, I've been like putting the phone over you the whole time. What does Mixxy mean to you? You get the last word.
I mean, everything that involves art, because, you know, we're not just musicians, you know, we're singers, dancers, actors, whatever. Everything that involves life, because, you know, outside of music, we party, we working out, we do whatever.
Lux does a lot of fitness videos.
Oh yeah, Lux.
Shout out to Lux. Energy. Hold on.
A lot of people don't know, me and Ari, we be in our healthy cooking type lifestyle. She cooks vegan, I cook
Pescatarian.
That's what I'm saying. People don't know Chris is he went to school for visual arts, he went to school for, Popoff went to school for producing, and
Audio engineering.
Audio
and stuff like
engineering.
that.
About to go work for the new school, right?
Oh yeah,
Exciting stuff.
excited.
So it's a little bit of different, like I said, Mixxy is the mixture of life. That's what it is. Period. This goes out. Mixxy.
Okay, let's take a break one moment and say cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Mixxy.
Fair competition. They don't know it, but everybody's trying to.
Gotta be friendly competition. Gotta be.
Gotta raise the bar on each other every time. Like, what we do?
That leads to my next question for the Mixxy Gods. They just said that even though they're friends and very supportive, sometimes they're in competition with each other. So my question would be, how do you handle conflict resolution, just like, you know, John and Paul, or, you know, Nicki and Cardi have beef, what was it, Nas and Jay-Z? If you have competition with each other, how do you address it in a healthy way? How do you resolve conflicts in your team? Let's go.
We hardly get into any conflict, or at least on
Well,
my
she mean like as regard alright, so like
you ever get in a-
like we
get in a
low key be
fight?
competing like
I ain't gonna lie though, I low key be trying to one up niggas.
Facts, come on, like yeah, I gotta talk
Like,
about
you know,
it.
it's like when we do like posse cuts, I'm always the one that starts it off, and I just set the tone. So it's like
Set the tone for what?
set the tone for the song, so just to see what other people got.
That's pretty crazy, man. Talk to him, Ray.
I mean, conflict resolution usually only happens between me and DJ Black Friday. We're joking each other, going back and forward. We have this running joke now. I'm Ray, he's Aquaman. We work together, you know what I'm saying? But it really, so conflict resolution doesn't come out when you're in a group and there's no chiefs. Then nobody wears a hat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's an Indian. Everybody is listened to and everybody is heard and everybody is taken into consideration. When that happens, that means that you're working together as a community, and when that community is working together, it thrives. Message.
You seen any beefs in the group, Ari? You seem to be a very peaceful woman. I see peace right there.
I'm
But
not gonna lie.
always
A couple
peaceful.
nights ago, Chris might have stepped on Popoff's shoe, and it was like up in there, You know, he wasn't playing about his kicks, the J's on my feet.
J's on my feet. I got
Coming
it.
soon.
Moving in the league. Get money with people. Get money, get money, get
It's all
money
love,
with
it's all
people.
They
love.
seem so in sync. It seems impossible they would fight, but they must sometimes, right?
It's all love. It's all love at the end of the night.
If your Jace was in the way.
Nah, but for me, man, I think it's the fact that I've always wanted to be an excellent businessman. So as one of the leaders of the Mixxy Gods, I try to lead by example. It sets a tone, almost like how Kavon said on the track, but in life, with vibration, with energy, with leadership, with treating others how you want to be treated. So whenever there's a conflict, for us it's about patience, letting people get off whatever's on their chest. Everybody got different struggles, they go through adversity. So we basically try to approach stuff with understanding, you hear me? With patience and understanding, and trying to get to the bottom of stuff, because in business, the resolution is always finding out what is the problem and what is the solution. So a lot of times there's confusion and mix up because people just
People
doing
can
this.
lash out when there's
Yeah.
uncertainty.
Exactly. So with us, we try to be clear on what's going on and be patient and get shit figured out.
What was the question? Oh, conflict resolution. Any conflict
Like
we have.
we in competition with each other when we do
About to say,
tracks.
but any conflict that could ever be done isn't too deep. We brothers. At the end of the day, the love we have is brotherly, and it's all a friendly competition. So we pick up and we learn after each other. We don't take it personally.
Yeah.
We here to help.
Competition is supposed to breed success. They got a thing saying where they only compete at the bottom, but in friendly competition
I mean, it's true. You
breeds
do
success.
see the elites
Yeah.
But also a
real
small
buddy,
I
even though
mean,
supposedly
We collab.
they're not.
Think about like Wu-Tang Clan. Like, yeah, the reason why they was going so hard on all the tracks is they was competing with each other just to see who had the best verse.
Yeah, sword still sharp as steel.
Word.
Facts. Sharpen your sword, respect.
Would you say that Wu-Tang is a big influence for you guys? Are there other hip hop legends that our listeners and readers should check out?
Native Tongue.
Yeah,
Native
I
Tongue.
fucking love Native Tongue, man.
Beast
I feel
Coast.
like it's more Native Tongue other than Wu-Tang because
I'm young, nigga. I was about to say,
Wu-Tang was brought together by the martial arts and stuff like that. I say Native Tongue because we got so many different things going on. You know what I'm saying? Like we got we got African Bambaataa over here in the corner, if that's what you want to say. We got Busta Rhymes over here. We got Q-Tip over there. We got De La Soul right here. You know what I'm saying? So we got everything that you need. Mixxy Gods got everything. One more time. Mixxy Gods got everything that you need.
That's a fact.
MixxyGods.com. Hold on.
It's really true because like Lux, who's not here,
Shout out to Lux.
his
Shout out
latest
Lux.
track,
And Black Friday.
yeah.
You got shout out Lala too. Fact.
Of course, Lala from
And
Queen.
BK Dollar Sign and Wolfie. We're missing a couple.
Like Shyla's music is very drill. Like you could say that she's absolutely epitomizing what modern New York City drill sounds like. But then the track that Lux released, Karma Sutra, it has pop influences, it's got a funky bass line, but he's still got a hip hop flow going slowly and turns it into a ballad. I would say, Chris, a lot of your songs, you really love the old school vintage beats, right? And I feel that. And I'm just excited for the two of you to go in studio because I've heard you live.
So
But I'm excited to hear. I've heard a lot of Ari's stuff a cappella, and I'm excited to hear with the beats.
player one. Every day I wake up, I'm player one. I'm trying to win the whole game for the day is done. I'm working every single second till my time come.
It don't matter where you live, it's where you came from.
So I'm out here just trying to inspire people. That's it, man. That's it.
Ray, you have a song that you performed at Shillelagh about being on either side of the gun.
So, two sides.
And I thought that, and you gave a speech to the audience before you did it, which I want to say I really honor you and respect you for doing that, because I don't think that was necessarily the easiest speech to
Yeah.
give to a group of rock musicians friends.
That's a fact. So, most definitely. So a lot of people take the gun and use it as violence, but I'm taking the gun and using it as a metaphor because it's either you can take control of your life, which you're at the handle, or you could be not in control of your life and you could be the victim of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Two sides to the blade.
Two sides to it, man.
Two
So
sides.
all I say is just take charge of your life, man. Period.
But it's also describing like a reality.
Right, as well. So in the first half of the lyrics, I'm talking about like a guy that's actually, being a gangster. He was
Outside.
outside. You know what I'm saying? And if you outside in the urban community, you already know what that's about. So he actually switches his life and he talks about how he made it even better. He's more successful across the globe because he's doing what everybody else is doing, not just, you know what I'm saying? Not being closed-minded, but being open-minded to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Taking control of your destiny.
Definitely.
You can use the blick to change the world and make it a better place, or you can use
the blick to rob the world. Either way, how you choose, right?
Fuck shit up.
But from rags to business is business. Gotta stand on that square like you checked in. Can't be falling or losing your pivot. Opposition like who was the question? Charles been Ray with the vision. How you making my news, no planning. I got my news some standards. Making sure the game East was famine. For your gram.
And that's a drill song, by the way, too. So like my boy Malii BK said, it's drill, but I'm talking to you with knowledge, man.
Well, I'm talking to you. It ain't just about always spinning the block. We seeing some ops. Nah, we don't care about all that. It's not about
Well,
that.
there's when it comes to songs, there's like the style, and then there's the lyrical content, and really, I feel like in the year 2023, there's just so many choices that we have with the tools that we have that we didn't maybe have access to before. That I just think it's fantastic that when someone books one of you, they get to hear such a range of musicality.
It can jump from one of us be at the event and they end up having to worry about hearing about like 3 of us. Cause right, 9 out of 10 when you go to the event, we got probably 3 songs we could do, maybe 2. So don't let it be 2 of us performing. Now you might have to hear 6 songs between 2 of us. Between you don't know who's on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like mixy. You understand? That's the thing.
Is there a song of yours that you'd like to talk about that you released recently that you're excited?
Oh yeah, let's talk about RZA. All right, RZA.
Jumping. You said jumping, right?
No, jump is for mine.
Oh, I'm
This
so
is for
sorry.
him.
I'm so sorry. I got it mixed up. Sorry.
We got
Talk all loud.
It's all recorded. So.
RZA, it's a Wu-Tang Clan inspired track. Like I'm using a lot of Wu-Tang references. Like the hook go, we make it live, we make it right. Niggas be talking like they wanna fight. I'm putting
rap niggas out their misery. I let this 38 brain and light.
Niggas be saying that New York is dead.
Don't cover my city cause we not the type.
Wu-Tang define, forever we shine. Second your chain or you'll pay the price. Now when I see a lot of people, they wear their pride like it's a chain. So
Tug on it.
So I'm like, yo, you better tuck that in or somebody's gonna snatch it off you. And one thing. Yeah, but
for certain, we come from New York City and they will snatch your chain.
Yeah, they will. But I used a lot of Wu-Tang references in the verses. Like the first 2 bars, I was like, my word is bond and my tongue is sharp. My liquid sword is jamming right through your heart. That was a references to GZA, his debut out with Liquid Swords. I used a couple of ODB references as well. And then it was a reference that I used with Method Man when I said, I bring the pain, how close to the brain. Boy, you by nature, just look in my veins. I am not built for no cubicle office. Sipping smoking, I might go insane.
I don't think anyone's built for a cubicle office.
No one.
And I think we're witnessing the breakdown of a lot of conventional ways of living and conventional institutions.
Yeah, I started working a 9 to 5 for like 5 years now, so that's why I mentioned that bar. I was like, after a while I was getting tired. I was just like, fuck it, I'll just go do work for myself. And that was the whole plan from the start, be my own boss, make music.
I just want to make sure we covered everybody's music. So it's Jumping, and can you say the name of yours again?
RZA, all streaming platforms.
Okay. You're still recording. You're still in studio.
Play one.
You can still bring
Ari,
it.
would you give us some of your music? Would you?
Flex is on all platforms. My latest. Flex was really just like came to me without a beat. It was just like something that was going in my head. I had like 8 bars in my head for like a couple weeks, and then I was just like, oh, let me
Flex on my ex.
come with some more to this, and like I just was stuck on some like empowering stuff. Like I felt like the whole song was like literally, I didn't have a name for it. Even after I recorded it, I was still struggling with a name. I was like, should I call it Bad? Should I call it Flex? Because I don't have a hook. So it's like I was just trying to find out what word pops out the most. And like I think I went to a show and they needed a name, and I was just like, I'm gonna call it Flex. And I've been running with it since. Just about like literally flexing, like saying that like,
Who we
you know,
flexing on?
I'm
flexing
it,
on?
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who we flexing on? Talk your shit.
like, I'm taking that and I'm really like showing you like I'm still it. I made it through. I overcame whatever, you know, whatever battles and trials I had to face, and like fuck
like
your ex,
honoring
fuck your
yourself and the
old
journey.
friends, fuck your old job, fuck the old family that switched up, fuck just everybody flexing on anybody that like really slept on me and like really just did the switch. Like
How it
look
go?
at me now. That's how it is.
How the song go?
Oh.
I ain't here to flex.
But I'm the best, she said. I'm better than her ex. Check the text,
is not a question.
I'll translate the lessons. Like, who are you pressing? I didn't see some things. Not sure if you want to test me.
I
You gotta
remember
tune up with that.
Yeah.
Song is a monster.
Crazy.
Okay,
It's like a
Chris,
mixture of like Jersey
What's
beats
up?
and
what song are you most excited
It
about
could have been
recently?
any type of song.
Recently,
Either released or
you
recording?
kind of can't ask me that question.
Hard.
I'm
Too
excited
many
about a lot of
can't come.
songs. You know what I'm saying? It could be what you pulling up for, because I need to know why motherfuckers is here. It could be fucking you saying, like, what are you talking about? We talking about get to the Duffy, let's get to the back. It could be bags don't front, act up. We need more red cups. Tell your friends pull up. Somebody roll up. Need them gives like drugs. We not here for love. Lit in the spot because we hit the shit like wow. Or I could be like, what you doing? Never mind. Looking like you on somebody else's time. Are you dumb? You must be blind. How you don't see that? I got you on my mind. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But right now we got the July 8th shit coming up. We got the Lift This Challenge coming up.
We have people here coming to eat.
Okay, we're almost done. Thank you. I'm sorry.
But this is too much.
I hear
You're
you.
supposed to ask first before you guys do this, okay?
I'm so sorry. It never will happen again.
Okay?
Okay.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry.
So sorry.
Hold on.
Okay, guys, we're almost done. I think we covered a lot of good stuff.
Oh yeah.
And,
I don't know why he acting like nobody got pizzas in here. Pablo done bought 2 seconds. Ari done copped the pizza. Ray done copped the pizza.
we're coming out. We're gonna write a great article. July 8th. Mixxy.
Come
Cheers.
to that Mixxy mixer. It's like a Catalina wine
And
mixer,
that's-
but it's a Mixxy
Hold
mixer.
on. Yo, that's 2 days before my birthday, so if you a cancer,
shit.
hop out. Yo, it's cancer season is in effect, so let's get it.
Is there anything else anyone wants to say before I turn off the camera?
We in the function.
Jumping.
We in the function.
Jumping.
We in the function.
Jumping.
Okay.
Gods, man, stay tuned.
QueensNYCMusic signing off. Lifters.
Hold on.
Mixxy.